Hi, this is Jeff Wimmer from Studio Cycles and StudioCycles.com, and in this short YouTube video I want to do a quick comparison between the 2012 Schwinn AC Sport and the 2012 Freemotion S11.8. Now, I have well over 200 videos on YouTube. I am a self-proclaimed indoor cycling expert, and you might ask yourself right off the bat, what qualifies me to say such things? Well, if you look around this warehouse in Hawthorne here, Hawthorne, California, and you look at the warehouse where we do all of our work, we've got a 100-foot workbench with 12 stations. Here are some Schwinn IC Evolutions that we're tearing apart and refurbishing, and we tear the bikes completely apart. Here's some Schwinn IC Evolution SRs. Here are some actually 2011 Star Trac Spinner NXTs that we've recently torn apart and rebuilt. And I've got, you'll notice, I've got a lot of spinning bikes, indoor group cycling bikes rather, in my warehouse. I have an amazing parts area. It's a little dark. Here are 45 Schwinn AC Performances that we just did a pro level build on over the last 3 days. Now I think the average team of monkeys building 43 bikes, like furniture from IKEA, would probably build these bikes in half a day. But we tear them apart and go completely through them. So if you look at our warehouse, in the amount of inventory we keep in here, that might lead you to believe that I'm a bit of an expert on indoor cycles. I've also written all the technical manuals in the industry in the last 15 years. I'm the original and current technical support to the spinning program, the only. And I've taught thousands of classes. I'm a former professional cyclist a long time ago, but I ride my ass is on a bike seat 5 or 6 days a week, and I'm the only outside direct consultant to Star Trac and Schwinn. I've done some consulting with Freemotion and Le Monde and Trickster, but I've built, tuned, refurbished, installed tens and tens of thousands of indoor group cycles. I have the only 2 brick-and-mortar indoor cycling stores in the world, and I've talked to thousands and thousands and thousands of people about what works for them in terms of the right bike selection. What separates us from most companies is the fact that when we sell a new bike, when you go online and you order a new bike from us, we take it out of the box, we build it, and we actually tear it apart before we build it. And then we tear it apart, we do a drivetrain treatment. The bike is fully assembled, and then I ride and tune every single bike that I sell without exception. But here's a look at our workstation. But here is the Schwinn AC Sport here. And here is the Freemotion S11.8. And if you look, start at the handlebars, this handlebar kind of leaves a lot to be desired. This handlebar has multiple hand positions, an arrow position, flat spots for the forearms. But the big difference is, in my opinion, because I was excited about the Freemotion bikes when they first came out and I rode them at the trade show. But then the bikes started being delivered to me, and I was really, really disappointed. The Schwinn AC Sport has an ISIS bottom bracket. The Freemotion has an ISIS bottom bracket. They both have 170 millimeter cranks. They both have magnetic resistance. The Freemotion is supposed to have an adjustable magnet basket. The AC Sport, the magnet basket is not adjustable, which in my experience, having consulted on the ACs for 2 years prior to release, occasionally you need a little tweak on the AC Sport magnet basket, but the magnet basket on the Freemotion is difficult to adjust, even though it claims to be an adjustable magnet basket. I think for the average person, they're going to struggle to adjust the magnetic resistance on this bike. It's going to be very frustrating. The Schwinn AC Sport does work with the M-Power Performance Console, which is a wattage-based computer. It has RPMs, it has calories, it has distance, it has stage training, and it's perceived wattage based on mathematics and the altitude of the basket. Freemotion claims direct power measurement, but what really should be in the ad is that they're measuring their power off one crank arm, and it's not the drive side crank arm. So if you're a one-legged man, I think the direct power measurement claim from Freemotion would be a great claim, but direct power measurement should be directly measured and equally measured, not just from one side of the bike, and certainly not from the non-drive side of the bike. They're really directly measuring power 50%. So it is what it is. And I've adjusted and tuned a lot of these bikes, a lot of the Freemotions and a lot of the Schwinns, and quite frankly, the Schwinn is a much easier bike to adjust. I think Freemotion, this is just my perception, but based on my ability to pull the bike out of the box and tear it apart and analyze it and make attempts to optimize it, I've really struggled with the Freemotion bikes. And it's my perception that Freemotion has really, really struggled to perfect a chain-driven bike, which I think speaks volumes about why they're going to a belt-driven bike and they're going to a belt that's never been tested on an intergroup cycle. So I rode the belt-driven Freemotion bike at the URSA trade show, and quite frankly, I wasn't impressed. Make a lot of claims about it's supposed to feel like a chain but work like a belt, and I just was not impressed with how it felt. It felt very odd to me, and we'll see how things go with the belt application in the next coming months and years. But it's just amazing to me that a company's had a bike out less than 2 years and they're completely flipping the script and now they're trying the belt. So it is what it is. But I think, in my experience, having put the AC bikes in so many clubs, all the Equinoxes in California, all the Spectrums in California, and selling thousands and thousands of these bikes to people for their homes, my experience and my ability to optimize a bike and offer a lifetime warranty, I am completely in favor of the Schwinn AC Sport. If you'd like to talk to me directly, you can call me at 310-664-1375. Cell phone is 818-470-2204. Toll free is 888-909-BIKE. We are the only company in the world where when you buy a bike online, we pull it out of the box, we tear it apart, we optimize it. We find broken stuff on the bikes all the time, whether it's a Keiser or a Schwinn or a Freemotion or whatever the case may be, a Le Mans, and we correct that stuff before we send it out. Plus, my optimization process is absolutely unparalleled because you're going to put a bike together that comes in a box to your house like a table from IKEA. You're going to do the same thing with our bike. The difference is our bike's been already taken apart, built, tuned, prepped, and everything is dialed and ready to go when it comes to you. I'm Jeff Wimmer from Studio Cycles. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and best of luck to you on your road to health and fitness.